give me the rundown of your club situation. I want to hear the story about that again, because so it's the Wise River Club.
Yeah, yep, and I've been hanging out there since I was a kid. My Uncle Randy would take me fishing up there, and he'd always stop in and get drunk at the Wise River Club. And then I started going there and hanging out, and I played there New Year's Eve 2007. It was owned by a Scottish guy named Tom Davis and his wife Linda. Tom unfortunately passed away, had cancer. It was a real sad deal, and his wife was like, this was Tom's dream come true, and this is now my worst nightmare. She didn't want to run a bar in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
So I was in there 2 years ago, and she's like, if you like this place so much, why don't you buy it? She threw a number at me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I called my partner in crime, Billy F. Gibbons from ZZ Top, and said, Billy,
that's a good partner.
That's a good partner in crime.
we ought to buy this. And he's like, well, who's gonna run it? I'm like, I have been wanting to get out of Nashville since I moved there.
Right.
17 years I've been looking for an out, and I found it. And so we bought it. And ironically enough, at the same time, my label wasn't really working my music, so I turned in Devil You Know, a rock song, kind of as a middle finger, like, here you go, I'm moving to Montana, they're never gonna play me on the radio.
Yeah.
That dream is come and gone. I've had success as a songwriter and a touring artist. I'll just lean into songwriting and touring. Here's music I really wanna make, and threw Devil You Know at him. Get to Montana, rent a house by the club, waiting for the closing date, get a call, hey, the closing's August 30th, 2023. Get a call from the label. My manager thought I was gonna get dropped. Hey, they're gonna take you to radio. And I'm like, they're taking me to radio? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, when? He's like, August 30th, 2023.
Oh my God.
So I'm in this bar, get the keys. I've never owned a bar before, as it's also my first day ever in my career having a national radio ad date. Then iHeart made me Artists on the Verge, which was an immediate ad to every rock station in America. And we had a 3-week top 5 Billboard smash.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so
Talk about
August 30th, dude.
dude, it's weird. I see strange numbers everywhere.
Dude, that's today.
That's right. It's the 1-year anniversary of the Wise River Club.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
They're the weirdest things. I swear.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I knew. I told you I'm doing the 1-year anniversary of the Wise River Club today, but I forgot that that's also a very big day.
That's amazing.
Dude, that's
so rad.
incredible. And we're both Tim.
And you're both Tim.
We're both Tim.
He said he was almost Tim Idaho. He was almost born in Idaho.
Almost.
What?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we were?
I get to be Tim Idaho though.
Okay.
Now, so
Yeah.
So it works out. Like it works out.
Yeah.
So then Savage.
Savage just went
That's
top
been-
10 on both charts. On
So
Billboard,
that's-
Media Base.
dude.
Right now, it's a top 10 hit.
I make him read.
Yeah. So
He
it's
struggles
wild.
with that. I was like,
39 and finally hitting charts, and it's
Well,
wild.
congrats, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 37 and I feel like a piece of shit. So
I'm 39 and my fucking back hurts.
Dude, I got you there.
I always tell people, they're like, dude, are you stoked? I'm like, yeah, I'm stoked. But I'm like 39 living my 29-year-old dreams. Like, this ant's having fun.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. I know
That's
that
so
exact
rad for
feeling. In fact, when we got to our hotel in Tulsa last night, the first thing we were like is, how's the bed, dude? Like, are we gonna wake up with a bad back or a bad neck? Or we? Yeah.
So top 10 is what I was. Well, we went back. We did like a preview to the show.
Yeah.
And we played one of your. What was it? I think it was Devil You Know. We're like, dude, we like this Tim Montana guy.
Yeah. Yeah, because, well, it's funny, it's interesting that you had such a hard time in Nashville, because I feel like when you listen to it, it's such good music and it's hard to place like where you like it from. You know what I mean? Like the genre or whatever it is.
Well,
but then,
I did feel like a lot of 90s in the record.
Yeah, I went to, I grew up in a single wide trailer house doing ranch work and extreme labor, listening to grunge.
Yeah.
And I wanted to capture that. I'm literally, my brother-in-law called me last night. He's like, isn't it funny you're making the music that you were making when you were 16 and it's working? It's like I took a little break to go explore the country rock side and it was gross, and I came back over and I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be the whole time. But everything happens for a reason. I don't think there was much of a lane for that stuff. When I started in Nashville, now you see, like, is Linkin Park getting back together? Oasis going back out. Creed's one of the top ticket sellers. And I'm like, the time is now for me, boys. It's time.
Well, I was thinking that, like, you just ended up, like, in the perfect.
Yes.
Like, that just worked out perfect.
There's not a ton of new artists doing it.
Yeah.
And I just kind of had it ready on accident because I was so grossed out of Nashville. I was going to puke. So I was like, I'm moving to the woods. I'm going to make rock and roll. So now I get to be the Dark Prince from rural Montana.
dude,
It's sick.
I love it.
Love that.
I love it because it's just like Idaho.
Well,
That's right.
You know what I mean?
you have to remind me who you're touring with. I just read it last night, but I know you're doing Aftershock coming up. We'll be at Aftershock too.
Yeah, I just finished with Bush, Cantrell, and Candlebox,
Oh,
and that
nice.
was amazing. And Jerry and I are buddies now. I got to sing Rooster with him twice.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was like, I got off stage after singing Rooster with Jerry, and I'm like, I kind of pontificated, and I was like, okay, I've played LaGrange with ZZ Top, I've jammed with Dave Grohl, now I sang Rooster with Jerry. I don't know that there's anything left on my childhood Mount Rushmore to do. So
What
now
could
I'm
you
like,
even possibly
do I
do?
just go become a rancher now? Like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Just quit.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's an incredible Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
That's like a
insane.
big middle finger to Nashville too. To be like, I played Rooster with Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the
'cause-
funny thing is, looking back
I don't
too,
even
like
need you guys anymore.
these rock stars gravitated to me more than country stars. Like Dave Grohl met me 5 years ago and took me on the jet with the Foo Fighters and found something in me he liked.
Yeah.
Billy Gibbons found me 11
so
years
rad.
ago and started working with me, and I've toured with ZZ Top for over a decade, opened for him over 70 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then Billy and I started a hot sauce company together. Then we started the bar, we bought the bar together. Now we're going on another venture I won't tell you about, but it's to do with our hot sauce and food, and
Dude.
could be our biggest venture, so
Dude.
it's pretty
So
cool.
keep your eye out.
If you just call us for a taste test whenever it's time for it to come out, then we'll come up and do it.
That's my
There
other
you go.
problem with being almost 40 is
Acid reflux.
it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to coin this phrase, Redneck Rockerfella. Get it? Redneck Rockerfella? If I start enough businesses being the rock and roller from the
Oh my
woods, maybe I can be a Redneck Rockerfella.
I like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Perfect.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life, dude.
So what
Yeah.
else is coming up? Let's see.
Stained. No, so we already did Stained. We're going out with Seether, Skillet, and Royal Lynn, and then I go out direct support with Miles Kennedy.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, Miles Kennedy, that's
What
gonna be amazing.
dude, that's a stretch.
So we've got strong touring. Shout out to my agent, Alec at UTA, for fighting for these spots.
Oh, dude, he killed it. I mean, that's a sweet stretch. But your music belongs, so
Yeah.
when you listen to your music, it belongs and all that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a chameleon.
Someone called it dad rock, and then I was like, "What the fuck?" As my four kids were like, "Watch your mouth," and I'm like, "Hey, hey!"
4 kids. Do you get to bring them with you in any of this stuff?
Yeah, I brought my 12-year-old turned 13 on the road with Jerry and Bush and Candlebox, and it was funny because I was trying to get time with Cantrell. And somehow my 13-year-old son became buddies with him before I did. And every time I'd go sound check, Jerry would have his own experience with my son Dalton. And Dalton came to me, he's like, "Yeah, I had lunch with Jer Bear at catering." And I'm like, "Whoa, did you just say Jer Bear?" He goes, "Yeah, he gave me all these Alice in Chains pics." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then he starts showing me pictures of him and Jer Bear hanging out. And I hadn't even got 5 words in with Dad's Hero. And my son's already Jer Beared him. And I'm like, "What the fuck? You don't Jer Bear Dad's Hero. That is Mr. Cantrell."
Oh my gosh, dude.
God.
Dude,
That's so funny.
charisma level 10 on that kid, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He deserves an award.
Yeah.
You gonna bring him out?
He got kicked off the last tour because my drummer convinced him to call my wife and ask her if she knew what a queef was. And my wife was like,
Oh,
"Time
no.
to come home, buddy."
Oh,
so
no.
he got shipped home and put in Catholic school. He literally goes to private school now.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
"Nice work, queef boy."
Yeah. Guess he's not gonna be chumming up to Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah, Jer Bear's out, pal. You're going to Catholic school.
Yeah.
We're not even Catholic.
Oh my God. Jer Bear's the turning point, dude. If you get bad enough to hang out with Jer Bear, you're going to Catholic school, dude. There's
You're going to Catholic school immediately.
There's no, yeah. Oh, that's
Mom must have
incredible.
been real worried.
Oh yeah, well she replaced him on the tour with herself, so she came out to hang out.
Oh, well,
for the
that's
last-
at least.
yeah.
She probably just wanted to. She probably just blamed Jerry for that then.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Jerry that had anything to do with that. It was my drummer. My drummer is fucking a pervert, and I was like, "Hey, toning it down around my kid. My
Yeah.
kid's lived a lot of life, right? We're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like super strict with him, but when he starts calling mom and asking about queefs, and then I heard him drop the F word just conversationally, like, "Hey, Dad, when the fuck are we getting to catering?" I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, no, buddy,
Oh,
no,
my
my God."
All natural like.
He's gonna come home with a full sleeve and a Harley.
Yeah, like, dude, you sound cooler saying fuck than I do. That's not bad.
Dude, thanks, Tim.
Check out the record Savage.
Savage. Out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Savage
Starting.
is top 10,
Yeah.
media base and Billboard. Not to brag, but I'm from a fucking single wide trailer house.
Dude,
so I
brag
got
it
you.
up. Brag it
I
up.
didn't do meth, and I've got a top 10 hit. Second one.
Let's go.
39.
It's called winning when you're from Montana,
What else?
Idaho.
Yeah.
What else you want to throw in there? You want to plug anything else?
Oh, my sex tape comes out in 2 weeks. It's only 2 seconds long, but it's dope. I'm just kidding.
Dude, that's like a second and a half longer than me.
Yeah, just check out Tim Montana on Instagram, Facebook. Check out Wise River Club. Come out. If I'm not on the road, you can find me with a guitar on stage in remote Montana every weekend.
Awesome.
So,
Sounds good, dude.
Should we get him to look in that thing and say something like, I'm Tim Montana, something?
No.
No.
No, it's okay.
I'm Tim Montana.
There you go.
He's Tim Montana.
He's Tim Montana.
Yeah.
I'm Tim Idaho.
He's Tim Montana. Tim Idaho. Tim Montana.
And Andy.
Andy Idaho.
Andy Idaho.
Andy and the Ski Boys.
Yeah.
Andy and the Ski Boys.